Come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Felt the risk, I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match the Los Angeles Rams.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go now. 30 base. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Orbit.
2nd and 6. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check. Lucky. Alert, flare. Greystone, travel. Rocket.
Looking to throw. McKee, and he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. 41 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Busts through the tackle, and he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check nickel.
Back to throw, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check. Super one. He sees.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Goff now to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, McKee. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Right there. 54.
Go.
54, Mike. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180.
54. Mike, 54. Watch twist.
12.
54.
On first down, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch 54. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here.
To the air again. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
March by 4. And we're pretty quiet.
5.
54, right there.
Hey, wahoo!
Come on, baby.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Complete, it's Henry. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run the counter. Leggett. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. McKee. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down. McKee. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
This is taken at the 10. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Ready? Joker, 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 Joker.
On 1st down, Leggett. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Obama.
Here we go. Check him out. Check the call. Check. 50. Check.
Goff now looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Shreds the tackle. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Goff. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw on 2nd down, McKee. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And it's taken in at the 9. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, 120, 14.
Right there. 54, right there.
Hey, Haywood.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to check that.
Out of the gun. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks, 51 yards, and the Rams have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity. For them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McKee. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. McKee. He completes it to Jones. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off play action. McKee. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Goff now looking to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until an incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
On the ready.
53, Mike.
You must be dreaming. General West. Snap.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Got it.
Check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. I'm coming after you.
Get up.
Back to throw. McKee completes it to Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Blue draw Porker.
From the gun, McKee. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. McKee nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Leggett. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Say.
11.
3rd and long. It's gone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This is fielded inside the 5.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a gain.
He's got daylight. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 78 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Hey, Echo.
Looking to throw. McKee. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, McKee. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
132 fighter. Hey, zoom. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKee looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
2 for 66.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day.
2.
Just like
Hey, orbit.
Mike 5-4.
Goff on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Shit! Watch the shit!
5.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Maverick.
Hey, watch the
Turbo 7.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Let's go now. 91.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Big Griffin.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ready to go. Get it.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. McKee. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will get it at the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Goff on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Check, 53 is mine. Hey, get.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
46 a month. I got him.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 6, just inside of the 30. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a desperation throw deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. Now Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Ready.
53 is the mic.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Carolina, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will